Fortnite did a collaboration with Nike, PUBG Mobile did one with Lamborghini, Candy Crush partnered with Pepsi. 3 years ago, these would have been marketing stunts. Now, they're survival strategy. Mobile game downloads peaked at 57.6 billion in 2020. In 2024, the number dropped to 49.3 billion. 8 billion fewer installs, and the players who stayed are concentrating their money on fewer games. The cost per install keeps climbing, Apple's IDFA changes gutted your targeting, and every dollar you spend on user acquisition returns less than the one before it. The old playbook was simple. You spend more on ads and get more players. But when the cost of finding a player goes up and the value of that player stays flat, the math stops working. You can't outspend a broken funnel. The studios that are still growing stopped trying to find new players. They started borrowing audiences that already exist. In 2020, there were 659 IP collaboration events across mobile gaming. By 2025, that number hit 2,553. Nearly 4 times as many in 5 years. The reason is simple. Players don't spend because a brand is in their game. They spend because they already cared about that brand before they opened the app. 2/3 of emotionally connected players increase their spending during a collaboration. That's the shift. The IP does the work that your UA budget used to do. When Amazon released the Fallout TV series, playtime across the Fallout franchise on Xbox Game Pass jumped nearly 5 times. Fallout 76 hit 1 million players in a single day, a game from 2018 that was broken and memed about back when it released. The bugs were fixed, but the core game didn't change. The audience did. But here's where studios get burned. The wrong IP doesn't just underperform, it can drop your revenue below where it was before the collaboration started. Mismatched IP creates operational drag, reputational damage, and actual revenue destruction. And the math is lopsided here too. A minority of collaborations drive the majority of value. The rest are expensive noise. So the question isn't which IP is famous, it's which IP fits. You can map any IP on 2 axes, brand activation and social engagement. The obvious picks score high on both. But the sweet spot is what you'd call rising stars. IPs with growing social traction and rising recognition, but licensing costs that won't bankrupt you. Heartopia, a life sim game, partnered with My Little Pony. Not the IP a boardroom would greenlight on instinct. But MLP had the social engagement to match Heartopia's audience perfectly. The collaboration drove a 171% revenue increase. Not because My Little Pony is the biggest franchise in the room, because it was the right franchise for the game. For 12 years, the mobile industry treated user acquisition like oxygen. Spend more, grow more. That model is suffocating. The next wave of hits won't come from studios that found the most players. They'll come from studios that made someone else's fans feel like the game was already theirs.